Hi everyone, my name is Claudia and this is my YouTube channel, So Far So Good. You can also follow me on my Instagram account, so.claudia. Don't mind my messy hair. I took my son, who's 2.5, to swimming lessons, so I have to actually join him for swimming and help him out and hold him and everything like that. So all the parents are in there in the water with their kids. But anyways, that was fun. And he's all tuckered out from swimming lessons and taking a nap right now. So just to let you know, I'm wearing the Mandy boat tee today. And if you also listen to Love to Sew podcast, they've been talking about it a lot on their podcast. So I've been wanting to make it because of all the talk about it. I did check out everyone else's Instagram account for their makes for the Mandy boat tee. And I did find it looked very wide. And I'm also very petite, being 5'1". So I did take off some length this way, and I also took some width out. I took about 5 centimeters, I think 5 centimeters off of each side from the front on the left and the right, and then in the back on the left and the right. So yeah, and it's still really wide, but I really like it. I like the drape. It's a very flattering shirt. And yeah, recommend that you make it too. It's a free pattern. It's a one size fits all kind of thing. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my May and June makes and also some fabric I got in those months as well. May was a very lucky month for me. June, not so much, quite the opposite, but I'll explain that in another video, hopefully in the next month or so. So in May, I did an Instagram contest for chalk and notch patterns, and I actually won a pattern. I never win anything. So when I got a message from Chalk and Notch, I was like shocked. I was like, what do you mean I won something? I never win anything. And I got to choose one pattern out of all the patterns that they have. So I ended up choosing the fringe pattern. So I'm gonna show you on my phone right here. So it's this one right here. That's the fringe pattern. It comes in a blouse and also a dress form. So that is the dress. So I'm very excited about that. And Fabricland Canada was having a 50th anniversary as well. And they had ballots at each store, and you could put in a ballot when you purchase something. And I actually won a $50 gift card to Fabricland, so that was really crazy amazing. That was very exciting, sorry. And yeah, so I used up that gift card already. So I'm gonna show you what I got from Fabricland using the $50 gift card. I didn't get too much because I ended up getting some fabrics that were a little bit pricier. So I got it's a blush linen. So this one was the pricier one. It's actually a suiting linen weight fabric. I did want to make the fringe dress out of this, but I'm thinking this may be, might be a little bit too heavy weighted. I did like this more than the other linen that they had at Fabricland because I found it was too transparent. But I don't know, I guess maybe linen's like that because it's very loose woven. So this is pretty thick. I don't know if it has enough drape to it. If not, I could maybe make pants out of it, like culottes, which I have a pattern for, and I'll talk about more of that later. But for sure, I'm going to be making the fringe pattern out of this. It's a cotton chambray. And I love these polka dots. They're so cute. I actually already washed this. I'm pretty excited about making it. And I'm gonna make the dress version of the fringe pattern from Chalk and Notch. So with the Chalk and Notch, I think they have a couple different necklines. So I'm probably gonna make a neckline like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, instead of the button-up one that they have. So I'm very excited about that. And then I also got this stretch knit with anchors on it. So I might be making a Agnes top, tilling the buttons Agnes top out of that, because I think that'll be super cute. I've been eyeing this fabric forever because I've had it since last year, and I don't know if they always have it out or they brought it back out. I used some of it for my son's sweater. I made him a little hoodie, and I used some of this fabric to do a little bit of accent linings on the shoulder and stuff like that. Oh, and also the inside lining of the hoodie. So me and my son can be matchy-matchy, and I'm sure my husband's gonna laugh about that. And so yeah, so those are the fabrics that I got last month from the gift card. So that was really awesome. I ended up getting a Sew Over It Ultimate Culottes pattern, and I've made the culottes, so I'm going to show you what they look like in a long view right now. And I want to say I love these culottes so much. I just finished them not too long ago. I ended up doing a hand stitching for the hems on the bottom. I don't know if it really turned out that great hand stitching. I don't know what it would look like if I had just machine sewed it. I think they suggested hand stitching. My hand stitching is bad. Probably because I don't do it often. But I love them so much. So I had a hard time picking sizes. My waist, I find, fluctuates a lot. My waist size can go anywhere from 29 inch to, I think, maybe a 31, 32, depending on day or bloating or whatnot, overeating, I don't know. So I had a hard time picking out what size to wear for these culottes, because Sew Over It apparently doesn't have a lot of ease in their patterns. And I checked the body measurements per size, and I also checked the finish measurements of the pants. So I am 29, I guess like 29 inches on a good day around the waist. And so I didn't know if I should pick a size 12, which was for a 30-inch person, 30 inch around the waist, or their size 14, which was 32 inches, because I fell somewhere between that. And with their finished garment, they only give you a 0.5 inch ease. So I didn't want to spend all this time making pants that weren't going to fit me in the waist, because I hate that. I hate when pants don't fit me around the waist, or that they're super snug and tight and it just becomes unflattering because there's muffin top going on. Anyway, so I ended up making a size 14. And I did take off a little bit of the height on the waistband, because they do sit up very high, and being 5'1", I think that would be like underneath my breasts, just because I'm so short. So I took off a little bit from the height from the crotch to the waistline, and it wasn't enough. I needed to take more off as well. And so I ended up making the 14, and they were too big around the waist, much too big. So I had to take in the pants a lot. I ended up sewing the waistband in, and I realized I wasn't gonna wear these pants if they were too loose around the waist, because I didn't make the belt loop version, so they would just be falling down all the time, and therefore I would probably never wear them. So I ended up taking off the waistband and taking in from the sides and also the darts, and bringing it in a lot. I think I brought it in like 2 inches. So I probably would have been better off making the size 12 in the end. I also found that the width of the legs was way too wide for me too. So I ended up taking it in a bit in the inseam of the legs. And I also took the crotch in a lot because I found the crotch hung really, really, really low. More than I would have liked. I think it might look better on other people, but being 5'1" and having very short legs, having the crotch so low makes my legs look that much shorter. So I took in the crotch a lot. But that being said, I think if I started off with size 12, I would have had less alterations to do. So that was my choice because I was afraid of making pants that were too small for me. But other than that, I love these pants. I love the structure of them. I love the detailing, and I love the darts. They just make that pants look so much nicer and professional. They are really quick, easy to make, to do, despite all the bit of the alteration I had to do. Also the length of the pants, I had a hard time trying to figure out too. I should have shortened, I guess, the crotch to waist length. I should have shortened also the length of the pants too, because I'm sure the pattern's made for someone that is 5'6" and not 5'1". So if you're 5'1", take these pointers so you can have less grief. But that being said, I think it took me about a day to make, and I think I left it for a bit to do the hand stitching to hem the bottom of the pants. Very quick, easy to make. They're also very loose fitted, so it's not that much fitting you have to do. It was really basic fitting. It was just, I made these pants too big. I also made the Sew Over It Ultimate Wrap Dress, as you can see here, and I'll do a full view of it right now. I did a couple alterations to this dress. I ended up making flared sleeves. So I followed the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book on how to do that. And I just took the Sew Over It sleeve pattern and I cut it and then I spread it to make this flare. With this dress, it does drape open a lot in the front. So I ended up sewing a button at the front, so I can show you what I used. I ended up using these vintage snaps to keep it shut. And I sewed this actually for the hashtag Sew Together for Summer contest. And yeah, it was a really quick, simple make. I really enjoyed it and I really love this pattern. And I really like how this dress turned out as well. So I've been inspired lately listening to the Love to Sew podcast, and based on episode 42, Sustainability and Sewing, part 2 got me thinking about using up all my scraps. It's also taking a lot of space up in my sewing room. So I've been making actually scrunchies. And I think this is my first scrunchie. I don't know how, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I'm pretty sure scrunchies were very popular then, and I don't know how. I remember my friends always having them. I don't think I've ever owned one, which is really weird. I found an amazing video on YouTube, how to make a scrunchie, and you can do all the sewing on the sewing machine, because I know some people have videos where they make scrunchies and they hand sew the end part. And I'm not a huge fan of hand sewing. It takes too much time. And so I'm gonna link the video down below. It's a really good video. And at first, it takes a minute to wrap your head around it because they've got like 4 layers, and then they're sewing the outer layers together at the same time, and you kind of just keep pulling it through, and then somehow the whole thing is sewn together. And then the side, you can just do a straight stitch or whatever. A little to close off that end after you weave it through. But anyways, you gotta watch the video. I'm probably making you more confused about it. I also found little bow ties that you can add to hair elastics, so I thought that was very cute. This is actually from Oliver & S, and it's a free pattern, and it actually looks like this at first when you sew it, and then you tie it around a hair elastic, like so, and it makes really cute hair accessories. So I know a whole bunch of people with younger daughters and also foster kids, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these with my scraps and give them out. Anyways, that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, you can hit the subscribe or like button below if you enjoyed the video. And I hope you have a great weekend and you get some sewing done. Okay, bye.